Hello and welcome to Adventures in One Love. I'm Lydia. I just want to thank you for joining us today. Before we get started, I want you to like, subscribe, do all the good things now because this is going to be a great conversation. I am joined by Shayna, Simba. Shayna or Simba. Both.
Shayna, Simba, either or.
I like just put it all together. I like made Simba like your last name, but it's not. That's like a nickname.
Castaño.
Castaño, thank you.
Correct.
Castaño. And you are the director and founder of Exodus United.
Yes.
So tell me, how did you get started in poetry, like just in general?
So that's just a long story. But basically, so I'm 29. I've been doing poetry since I was 16. I started doing poetry around that time because I was trying to look for an outlet. I was going through a lot with, finding out that I wasn't fathered by my biological father. I was dealing with issues where I was trying to look for God and do different things. And I needed an outlet. I basically reached out and found Right Side Poets, which was in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I was trained by Ray Dominguez, who ran Right Side Poets, and then also Will the Real One, who was unfortunately shot and killed outside of his poetry spot in North Miami. He trained me, and I made it to LA when I was about 16, competed internationally, and we went to schools and jails and art institutes and facilitated workshops. And I was always that kid, hungry to be heard, to have an outlet. And so my mom, she taught in Miami in Pork and Beans neighborhood, really rough area for like 30 years. And so I've seen kids like jump house to house, not share underwear, not really have a place to stay. So I developed that heart, that level of empathy. Like, I really want to give back. I want to contribute as well to my community. And so I was doing spoken word poetry, performing, competing. And so when I got older, I moved to Orlando in 2013 when my daughter was born. I started a poetry program called Speak Out at the Coalition for the Homeless, which was going on for about 3 years. It was with adult men and then adult women. I would go every single week. We published a book of their poetry that's available on Amazon. It's actually called Pain and God because most of what they wrote about was pain, the trauma that they experienced, and also God. And so I told them to give me everything that they wrote, and they wrote it down on the paper, composition notebooks, and then I actually went ahead and typed it up. I typed up every single poem, and I published the book on Amazon. And then I was like, you know what? I think that I'm going to start my nonprofit now because I have the confidence that if I can do this program, this pilot program, that I'll be able to start doing my own organization. So one day when I was actually reading the Bible, I was reading Exodus and I was meditating on what the word meant. And an Exodus is a way out, a departure. And I was like, you know what? The arts is a way out. It is a departure because a poem and a song cannot unkill someone, cannot bring them back from the dead, cannot do, undo wrongdoing and trauma, but it can help heal. It can help process. It can help, give that outlet because we all have pain inside and it will come out whether we allow it to come out in a constructive way or deconstructive. And so it's very important that we find an outlet. So I was like, okay, Exodus United, a way out together. And that's how the name came about.
I love it.
And then, we just started going on and implementing different programs and decided that we were going to stick to the specific demographic of youth so we can kind of help mold them. And, just do different programs with poetry and music and art and theater. And here we are today. So that is kind of all of it in a nutshell.
Yeah, all right. Interview over. We're done.
Right. I talk a lot. So, I'm very you test me one thing and I'm
I love it.
I'm very thorough with my responses.
No, I love it. And I'm just so excited because our heart is that people see the different ways that God can use your life, your testimony, the things that you think disqualify you, how God uses that to qualify us for the kingdom and bring others to Him.
That's right. Just like Lydia said, we are all about sharing how people can utilize their testimony, the things that have happened in their life, but God overcoming it to share the message and the love of Christ with others. If you'd like to support Simba and the work she's doing, you can find out more at exodusunited.org. She's always looking for people to sponsor teens. It is a nonprofit that help put teens through workshops, through different training on how to express themselves through poetry. Again, we just want to say thanks for stopping by. Like, subscribe. We hope to see you around. And remember, it starts with one, and it starts with you. God bless you.